What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Singer Demi Lovato is in a lot of trouble right now, I want to say. I think people are a little bit exhausted with her at this moment. And, I don't blame them really, because over the weekend, just last night, actually, I should say, she went to a frozen yogurt shop and started complaining about the fact that they offered sugar-free options. In the words of Kourtney Kardashian, Demi, there's people that are dying. Like really going to a small business in the middle of a pandemic that has already kind of like ravaged their bottom line and trying to get it shut down because they offered options that catered to people with dietary restrictions. And I say especially not now because, again, pandemic, right? Like all these businesses are being very negatively affected. People are already like, struggling with what it means to be kind of cooped up, and locked down and stuff like that. So it's just not, it's a really strange thing. So anyway, she took to her Instagram stories to share, a series of posts about the entire ordeal. She says, I'm finding it extremely hard to order froyo from the Big Chill official when you have to walk past tons of sugar-free cookies and other diet foods before you get to the counter. Do better, please. Again, plenty of people have dietary restrictions that doesn't allow them to really consume sugar. So the fact that she complains that this is something that she has to walk past is wild to me. Like I get like the fact that there is a huge diet culture, but I don't even think it's that big because I'm pretty sure the majority of Americans are quite overweight. So I don't know that diet culture is as big as she thinks it is over there. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know that the stats would be what they currently are. So in her next story, she said, so I think I'm going to have to make that hashtag a thing. I will be calling harmful messaging from brands or companies that perpetuate a society that not only enables but praises disordered eating, hashtag diet culture vultures. Which is incredibly presumptuous, right? Because she's claiming that anybody who needs, based on their dietary restriction, sugar-free foods falls into the category of disordered eating, which is a very stigmatizing statement, And then second of all, diet culture vultures doesn't even make any sense because I feel like it was inspired by the word culture vulture, which is a term that the African-American community uses to describe people who are not African-American, who use, things from their culture and, kind of try to Columbus them and act like it's something that's new and invented by them and whatever. So it's a little bit ironic that she is kind of pillaging a term that people are already using to misuse it in another context that just does not really make any kind of sense. So then next up, she really was not letting this go, you guys. The frozen yogurt shop responded to her story and they said, listen, we are not diet vultures. We cater to all of our customer needs for the past 36 years. We're sorry you found this offensive, which I think was to Demi, and not only do they have sugar-free options, they've also got like dairy-free options. They've also got vegan options, like things that like allow more members of the community to be able to enjoy frozen yogurt. Like I'm really struggling to see the problem here. And so Demi then responds with not just that, your service was terrible, so rude. Really, Demi, or are you just grasping for straws here because you're looking a little bit ableist here? Then she says, the whole experience was triggering and awful. You can carry things for other people while also caring for another percentage of your customers who struggle daily just to even step foot in your store. You can find a way to provide an inviting environment for all people with different needs, including eating disorders, one of the deadliest mental illnesses, only second to opioid overdoses. Don't make excuses, just do better. Then she says, since y'all want to keep going. And again, I don't understand why she is so antagonistic towards this company for catering to a variety of different dietary restrictions. I really don't. And then the fact that she goes, oh, you can like cater to them without like alienating other people. I don't really understand how they alienated other people by offering sugar-free options, by offering vegan options, by offering dairy-free options as well. And like she also complains that the sugar-free options are the ones that like you see before you get to the counter, which I like, should they hide them so that the diabetic people have a hard time finding the sugar-free options? Like, what is the solution here, Demi? And she actually continued on to say, listen, I was thinking maybe it would help if you made it more clear that the sugar-free options and vegan options are for that. For what? Labeling the snacks for celiac or diabetes or vegans. When it's not super clear, the messaging gets confusing. And being in LA, it's really hard to distinguish diet culture versus health needs. But here's the thing, like, celiac, diabetes, and veganism are not the only reasons that people might need these other options. And so when you're kind of forcing people to say, hey, I want this diabetic option, or hey, I want this option for this disease or this disease, like, why do people need to disclose their health status at a frozen yogurt shop? Like, who is this? You know what I mean? Like that, sure, it might help some, like a really, really small minority of people, but at the same time, it's going to really stigmatize and alienate. And I'm struggling to find the word. I don't even think stigmatize is the right word I'm looking for. Like, guys, can you help me in the comment section? I feel like someone's going to know the word that I'm looking for here, but it's not going to help the people that these people have been helping for the past 36 years with their very inclusive options. And then she says, I think clearer messaging would be more beneficial for everyone. You weren't wrong for catering to many different needs, but it's about not excluding one demographic to cater to others. And again, the problem is that with Demi's suggestion, she will be kind of like excluding other people in order to cater to one demographic, because now people are like, okay, well, I want frozen yogurt, but apparently I'm not going to be able, under Demi's new suggestions, to get frozen yogurt without disclosing whatever kind of like disease I might have, or whatever, health issue I might have, or whatever, because she wants things to be labeled according to those things versus, just sugar-free or this free, or just like ingredients, which I think is, clear enough personally. Although I do get that, Demi struggles with, eating disorders and her mental health surrounding all of these sorts of things. I wish that she did not choose to attack a small business using her platform where millions upon millions of people follow her. And speaking of the millions upon millions of people who follow her, a lot of them were just not really rocking with her on this thing. In fact, when you go on the company's Instagram account, you'll actually find that like the majority of their comments right now are people telling them, listen, whatever Demi is saying over there, don't go along with it. Don't let it like kind of keep you down and your business down, because people like me who have dietary restrictions, we rely on these sorts of labels. Like, we're thankful that you offer these sorts of options for people like us as well. Keep doing what you're doing, and we are so grateful for you. You'll see right here some of the comments reading, and I quote, "We love that you cater for different diets. Keep on working hard. Thank you very much." Someone else said, to those coming from Demi's recent story, please understand that some people need the sugar-free option for food like myself. And then she explains about, her health and how this all helps. The company actually later sold out of their merch as a result of people wanting to support them in case what Demi did online might have damaged their business. People are saying, ignore Demi. Y'all are doing well. I'm still coming here. Shout out to you guys for having sugar-free stuff for diabetics, and, continue. People are saying, yes, it is important to have options for different people. And the last comment I'm going to read here, it says, how about we all be kind and understanding during a pandemic? Someone here needs to do better, and it isn't this restaurant. That was really well said, Brady. And sorry, this is going to be the last one. Super disagreeing with Demi, although I love her. Some people have medical reasons as to why they can't have sugary things. There's a reason for sugar-free stuff. I understand where she's coming from, but she needs to take in all aspects of sugar-free reasonings, not just diet. And, they continue on to talk a little bit more about that. So guys, I really want to know what side of the coin that you fall on when it comes to Demi Lovato and her sugar-free rant. I understand her frustrations and her sentiments and stuff like that, but I do think that she was unintentionally, maybe this was the word I was looking for all day, disenfranchising people with dietary restrictions in order to cater to herself. And I think that that is unfair. Maybe there is a way that we can kind of change the way that diet culture works and stuff like that, but I think it can be handled with a little bit more sensitivity. But as usual, I'm more looking forward to hearing what you have to say about everything. So please make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.